Hi crafters, it's Hannah here from HanCraftedCards.com. In this week's 3-colour card challenge, this is the card that I'm going to be showing you how to make today. We're using the Floral Phrases stamp set and the coordinating dies. So we're going to be doing some die cutting with me as well today. Yeah, we'll get started. So we're going to start as always by picking our colours for this week. This week I have chosen numbers from Pamela McDuff, who sent me a lovely message on Facebook. Her numbers are 19, 23 and 47. So 19 is Lemon Lime Twist, 23 is Always Artichoke, and 47 is Very Vanilla. Okay, so Lemon Lime Twist, Always Artichoke and Very Vanilla. I will go and grab those colours, pick a stamp set and we can get started. Okie dokie, so here are our colours for this week. Always Artichoke, Lemon Lime Twist and Very Vanilla. There is no Very Vanilla ink, so we've got Very Vanilla cardstock. And the stamp set I've chosen is the Floral Phrases stamp set. This also has a coordinating die set, which we will be using, Detailed Floral, and some of the In Colour Designer Series paper that goes with Lemon Lime Twist. So, let us begin. I'm going to fold our card base in half, like so. Put that to the side, and we're going to do some die cutting. And I just think this is going to layer up like so on our card base. So I'm going to do some die cutting actually with some Always Artichoke cardstock, I think, and I'm going to use both of these, I think. Let me just have a look. What I want is 2 pieces that I can play around with. So I can do both of those. That's the wrong way up. But I think that one might be too big, so I might just cut 2 of this one, because what I'm going to do is create a little belly band around the Designer Series paper. So I think if I did this one and this, it'd cover up way too much. So I'm just going to do 2 of this one. So if you haven't used them before, all you do is place that one down, and then this one cuts out that edge. So I'm going to run them through together because I've got my magnetic platform to hold it all in place, and I think that looks about right. So then I'm just going to run that through and be right back. Okay, so I've done one, and this is the second one. I'm just using the die brush to get all the bits out of there, and just one bit over, and it'll get most of the bits out, but I do still sometimes. Just grab a poke tool. They're all cut, but they just need popping out. So yeah, okay. So I do most of the time tend to just use my poke tool, to be honest, just because I don't know, I think that's probably just what I'm used to doing, so I don't use the die brush that much. Come on. Is that not cut properly? Oh, that bit's not cut quite right. Interesting. So all you do, if it isn't cut properly, is you just poke out the ones that are. For some reason there's a couple there. So right, all you do is put it back through your die cutting machine, through your Big Shot, and if you grab your die, and let's bring the plate back over. If you grab your die cut, pop it back down, and then place your die back on it, and it will slot into the right place. You'll feel it sort of slot in, so then you can run that through again, and those bits that haven't cut for whatever reason, they should now have cut, and that looks like it has. So poke this back, use your die brush to get it back out the die, and yeah, perfectly cut. Oh, can't see. There we go. Ta-da! So, and just to, like I said, you need the floral piece and the edge piece, and that just cuts it out of the card. So pop my dies back. So we have two pieces that are exactly the same. So that was how the card started off. No, tell a lie. That's how it started off. And I just cut one, flip the die around, and then cut it again. So that strip there, you could use that for something if you want to. So big scissors. This edge I need to cut down. Doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, I'm going to do it a little bit thinner, because what is going to happen is these are going to sit back to back that way. So you want a little strip there, but it doesn't have to be huge, because we are going to cover over that seam anyway. So and we're going to do that with some lemon lime twist. I've got a piece here, and I don't particularly want to cut another piece, so that's how wide it's going to be. So let me just cut that. So I wasn't sure how big we was going to make it, so I'll tell you how big it is in a second. So that is 7/8 of an inch wide that way. So we've got that, and I think that is pretty much all of the bits ready. So that's going to go across like that. I've got some very vanilla thick baker's twine, and we can pretty much start putting this all together. So if we do this bit first, so how I'm going to do it is take some, we'll take some of the fine tip glue, and I'm going to run it along that edge, and then just a few spots of the flower. It doesn't have to be all over. If some of it lifts, then that is totally fine. So just a few spots. Then I'm going to go over towards the left, not all the way over, but more towards the left. So we'll stick that one down. Then this one, same again, just a few dots of glue round, and then we're going to butt it right up next to that first one. For some reason today my hands are really shaky. Oh, don't know what's wrong with me. Not enough coffee, I think. So that is glued down. So then flip it over, give it a press, and these little bits that are sticking out, those are what we're going to just, as best we can, maybe if I hold it upwards, just wrap around. Yeah, just go gently to start with. And this will also help to hold it down when it's all done. So just work it around. Like so. Make sure it looks neat from this side. And then gently with your bone folder, just press down. So it's wrapped around to the back, and the same this side. I'm just going to very gently start easing it around. And take your time because they're only little pieces, so you don't want to go crazy and rip them off or anything. And then go back. And hopefully your hands won't be shaking as much as mine are. Okay. Oops. And then flatten it down that side. And again, just go gently. There we go. So that is just wrapped around. It's not stuck down, but don't worry, we'll come back to that in a little bit. Put your lid on your fine tip glue. So this is going to cover over that seam. So I'm going to put a, whoops, darn this thing. Okay, so try and get this on straight. And I'm just using the lines on my grid paper to help me line it up kind of straight. And then I can flip it over and wrap it around. There we go. And again, that will hold that down. Oh, that's so pretty. And this is going to layer onto a piece of very vanilla. So I'm going to put fuse, I'm going to try and get right to this edge where these bits are. So they've got some sticky on them. So I'm just going to try and press them down into the adhesive a little bit, but don't worry too much because when you put it down it should all hold down quite nicely. I mean, you could also just trim them off if you wanted to. There we go. So I'm just going to give give that a good press from the back. There. Beautiful. Right. Some twine. Oh my word. What is wrong with me today? I'm going to wrap some twine around this part. Just pressing it into that adhesive, and I'm going to go around 3 times because I think that looks nice. And scissors. Okay. Little tip for your twine or any ribbony type things, this is a new one so I haven't done it yet, is to take a craft knife and just cut a little slit in the card like so, then put the ends in there so it doesn't all unravel, because mine are just kept in a tub, random thing here, just in a IKEA tub, and I've done this to all of them because before they were all unwinding and becoming a big old mess. So now I do that, there's just that little bit left dangling. So quick tip for the day. Just pop that knife away so I don't cut myself. Bring the card base in and we can stick this down and then add our sentiment. Okay, so smaller gap to the left. It's going to sit on there like so, and I love that so much. There we go. And you can arrange your twine however you like, either equally or crossing over a little bit there, whatever your preference may be. So, stamping. I'm thinking this stamp set, for all the thoughtful things you do, that is a lovely sentiment. But I also like a special note of thanks to you. But you know what? Oh, would that look weird? Because that's obviously the outsidey stamp and that's the insidey one. But I'm wondering if I put that on the outside and that on the inside, would that look weird? For all the thoughtful things you do, a special note of thanks to you, ... If I do it without the ... it won't look weird. Haha. So, for all the thoughtful things you do, a special note of thanks to you. Let's do this. This model. And we will do that in Always Artichoke. And I'm going to punch it out with the label punch. That will, yeah, that'll fit. Beautiful. And I'm just lining up the bottom line of the stamp with the 2 points either side, just so it's straight. Okay, and we will do some inking with the lemon lime twist. And oh, I don't have a sponge for that yet. Okay. Every time I ink with a colour, for the first time, that's when I will put the sponge for it. And I've obviously not inked with this yet, so I'll just cut up a sponge and then add a little label on, but I will do that later. Wow, that actually looks really dark when you ink with it, huh? Because it's such a light green. Did not expect it to come out so dark, which is very cool. I might have to do some more inking with this green. It's a lot darker than I imagined it would be. I like it. It's very two-tone. I don't know if you can see. Oh, the edges are much darker than the middle. Wow. Interesting. Definitely need to do some more inkage with that. And we'll pop that up on dimensionals. Come to the end of my sheet, so cut up and use your edges. Like so. Try and stick it down the right way up. And see, I was debating to go there or there. That looks better, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, I love that. That is so pretty. Okay, and we'll just stamp on the inside. And I'm going to just ink up the A Special Note of Thanks to You without the extra 2 dots on the end. So to do that, I'm going to use a marker pen in Always Artichoke, and you just use the side of your pen to colour. You could use your ink pad and just miss off that ending, but I know, knowing me, I wouldn't do it quite right, so give it a huff, and hopefully this will come out right. Yeah, perfect, awesome. And then what we can do, so the outside has got the dot dot dot, just use our pen to add the extra 2 dots. No, you can't see that, there we go. So for all the thoughtful things you do, a special note of thanks to you. Yay, it worked. Last thing, I'm going to add a pearl because they are vanilla, I think. So you'll add, why not go for 3? Oh, we'll add 1 big one and then 2 smaller ones either side. Oh, I absolutely love this card. There we go. So that is it all finished. What do you think? I'm really happy with how this one turned out this week. That is gorgeous. At first I was like, oh man, just 2 green colours, but I'm very happy with that. So I hope that you like this card as well and that you give it a try. Don't forget, if you need any of the supplies, just click the show more button and they will all be listed there. Yeah, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Oh, and don't forget to comment with your free number, 3 numbers between 1 and 50. Thanks, bye.